Okay, it's a Wednesday right here on the Morning Wood. Today, up the hill joins us Bryce out there overseas battling. Let's see what it's like. Marijuana to you. Let's go.
I've been doing what I can, huh? Still ain't feeling like enough. Better come up off them jams, true enough. Lift me up on a cake for the week in a cup. Pick it up, tag along, bring it home, do it up, true enough, huh? Tell him who is him, Mr. Big Thoughts. Good at bringing love, you only good at all that shit talk. Had to sneak it in, told him put it in a Ziploc. Shorty showing love, later on we got a lip lock, damn. Coming fresh off a cold case, big smile, stepper, never catch me with a long face. Band after band, straight blew it like a smoke base. Bitter ain't a feeling, I be feeling, rather go chase hoes. That's fine to the bone, I'm a flirt and I ain't lying. I'm a die giving quotes and your IG captions is the lines that I spoke. Told a bitch stop trying, I ain't vibing no more. Goddamn. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. Goddamn, 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 goddamn. Goddamn, goddamn, goddamn. I might lean, I might fall, I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might ghost till tomorrow. First to admit, I feel good, but I'm flawed. Work on yourself, keep your family involved. Check on your health, never stress about the loss. If you move with respect, you'll attract what you want, that's a fact. Of course I'm gon' wanna where you at. How this life thing going, why you do me like that? I been tense in the chest, I been running shit back. I was worried about checks, and give a fuck about that. In this moment, shit heavy, looking back, it's so simple. Words right deep, why you think shit don't miss you? If time chose you, we be stuck in your issues. I wish you would duck me after all that we been through. Damn, goddamn, damn, goddamn, 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 goddamn.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that probably at least once, twice a month. My apologies. Getting it going over here. We're back. Mike is good now. Just shouting people out. Talked about big things. Gave some people some love out there. Appreciate you being in here. Marijuana. God damn. One of the things I did say is we are going to be doing a side-by-side today. All right, side-by-side. Let's get it mustered in the chat. I'm out here hunting for smackers right now. Hunting for smackers. If you didn't know, I got a brand out here in Arizona. Today, we're going to roll up two options that I have to throw in and see what's good. One is going to be an SB4. I need to find out what that one is. And then the lemon Wi-Fi.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Side by side, that's how you find things out. I'm finding out that's the route. So let's go ahead and do that up. What are you guys out there smoking on? Appreciate you popping in here today. How are we doing? Today we get to talk to Bryce. Let's talk to Bryce. He was out there in Brazil. He had the entire arena not fucking with him, right? Saying, no, we don't want this guy to win. You watched that fight. We played it on Monday's episode. Go back and check it out, or find it on YouTube. You got the options out there. The world is your oyster. Let's go over here and boom, boom. What are we smoking on out there, though? I didn't see, but yeah, lemon Wi-Fi, my dude. I'll show you guys when he get the bag back what it's looking like. Shout out to, real quick, let me get this going real quick. I want to make sure that we get Bryce on here. Let me take care of my business real quick. I should have. Wi-Fi madness, so Domino's better. Gonna get Slice. Got some Tide to return to. There we go. Pizza at 10 a.m. Fuck no. Cold pizza. Cold pizza's a vibe. All right, up the hill. Up the hill. Boom, boom. Pop on whenever. My guy. I love being able to say my guy to some of these people. You know what I mean? Goats out there. This dude fucking went out to Brazil and fought someone, beat him up. You know who I'm calling. I miss you and shit. Dang. All right, marijuana to you guys. This is one of those episodes too where we need to kind of search and see what's going down out there in the world. We need to kind of see what's going down out the world. What is going on? I know that found out Proper Doy's taking a little bit of a hiatus. Won't be back until Friday or Saturday, they said. Damn. I'm starting to realize how much the brackets really do, build some of this. I wanted to, did they post yet about the battle between Be Easy and Exotics? That's one that I'm waiting on. Nope. Let's see what we got over here, though. Let's see what we got in the newsroom.
Yeah, so consensus.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mids Busters. We were going to do one strain, but we decided to do two of the same strain and battle this shit out. So we have the Cut Right, and then we have the Frog Poison. So this is going to be from the Water Boys, Cut Right. This is from Don Murpho's Gerbs Herbs, and I have a special guest with me today, like Mike, my favorite roller. I decided to battle out two of, in my opinion, the most hype ones, other than the actual Toad Venom crew, like Kush Clinic and all those guys. So I think it's gonna be an interesting battle. So let's get into this. Damn, I have my first thoughts. Is on the count of three, we'll say who so far we think is winning. By the way, they're both fucking smoking.
Nice. Oh, shout out to Growbacks, 10 years as well. Okay, marijuana, we'll see what that comes up there. Mids Busters, though, check out those episodes. Nice. Rafe said, with being on the network, what's up with the tickets, right? I think that maybe that's why the hiatus right now is they are getting out there making sure that everything is ready for them to release those tickets. And this might be the sitch. Proper Doink sitting with Improper editing event promo video now. Look at that. Shout out to you guys. What's going on, Improper? Are you smoking a blunt over there? You smoking a Bleesky? What's in the blunt? Mom and Pop Pizza by the Slice Restaurants. Fuck the world. Blicky over there said, all good, my boy, just giving you a hard time. I just had a cool conversation last hour about, in a sense, commercial cannabis as opposed to your, the more traditional lane and stuff like that. Interesting conversation. We're in unprecedented times here with cannabis and watching it roll out. These things go on. Smoked a blunt last night, some Zith. I like the Zith in the blunt. Oh, and Hall of Flowers. How's Hall of Flowers out there going? Definitely wanted to make it out there. I tell you though, ACs went bad at my house, and that shit killed a shitload of plants. ACs came out, homeowner shit, and it said, nah, you ain't doing that, homie. For the win in that context. Oh, fuck the world? Okay, cool. I always thought FTW was fuck the world. It's for the win? That's got to be the PG version. Marijuana to you guys. Let's go ahead and cruise around though. Let's see topics until. Oh shit! Never mind. Never mind. We got the motherfucker on right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry for being a little late.
Oh no, it's all love, man. Shit, here we go. Bryce up the hill live with us, man. I appreciate you pulling up, dude. How are you doing today?
I'm great, bro. A little bit sore, man. Just got back in the States, but feeling good.
Dude, all right, let's talk about it. I mean, when we last talked, you were going out there, and it was your pro debut, and so, you know, leading up to it, was there certain like preparation that you were getting into? What was the just game us out, my dude? Like, what was it like?
Yeah, bro. I mean, shit. I was fucking training my ass off. There was that, but I mean, yeah, the fucking it was actually I was supposed to leave on Saturday night to go out there, which would have gave me like 6 days.
Okay.
But my visa shit was like not going through. It was like hella last minute. So I had to cancel my flight on Saturday. My visa didn't go through till Monday morning. So I ended up leaving like Tuesday morning. And so yeah, I got out there like I got out there on like a Wednesday, bro.
Damn. Yeah, because you gotta get acclimated. I would think that you want to get acclimated to their time zones and stuff like that, right? Was that a factor to you?
Yeah, that's the big thing why I wanted to go early. We got a little lucky because we had like that time change. So we were 5 hours apart, and then we had the little hour time change here, so I was only 4 hours apart.
Nice.
So I didn't really get as much time before as I wanted to, but at the end of the day, it was only 4 hours. So honestly, it wasn't bad.
Nice. Okay, cool. And then
it's like popping up to New York, like 3 hours is New York.
Yeah.
It's the next hour. Yeah, it wasn't too crazy.
What about the flight though? How long did it take on the flights?
Fuck, dude. It's 6-hour flight to Panama City, 6-hour layover in Panama City, and then another 6-hour flight to Brasilia.
Damn. That's wild, man. You know what it takes, man. They're making that pro debut, man. Okay, so I didn't realize that and you might have referenced this, but you were going up against someone else making their pro debut, right? It was and they were from there, right?
Yeah, he was actually a hometown guy. I didn't quite know. I mean, I knew I was gonna be like probably like the American guy coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm half Brazilian, bro, so I didn't quite know how they were gonna market it or play it.
Okay.
But they went full like America versus Brazil.
Damn.
Like I had the hometown guy, and it was fucking. I didn't realize what I was walking into. I mean, I'm glad it worked out the way it did. It was a great experience, but I walked into the fucking lion's den for sure.
You did, man, because I was watching it, and it was almost damn near that went silent when they were talking about you on there, and then when they talked about your opponent, it was like a ruckus in that motherfucker. I was like, oh shit.
I walked out. Everyone was like pretty quiet. I was like, oh, this is unusual.
Huh.
Like, and then fucking, we're in the ring. We're both in the ring, and they're like doing the call outs, and they said my name and fucking. So to start this off, bro, I thought it was gonna be like a few thousand people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I knew it'd be a decent sized show or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was 21,000 motherfucking people.
What?
It was 21,000 people, bro. So. It was insane, bro. Like
nerves. The nerves.
When I got there for honestly, bro, I wasn't nervous, but like just the energy and like, it wasn't not that I was nervous, but it turned it into like, it made the fight way harder than it needed to be because you got 21,000 people booing you when you fucking step in the cage, like straight booing me, bro. Like the whole 21,000, every single one of them. And then fucking when he came out, boom, they're going crazy, and then. Like the ref was against me, the crowd was against me. Like every time I was taking him down, the ref would just like stand us back up because he didn't like me beating his ass on the ground. Like, yeah, so I'm literally like hitting him, punching him. He's in a shitty position. I'm like, oh, bro, like I'm gonna finish this fight. Like in the first round, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Like I'm gonna finish. And fucking bro, no, stand us up again. He literally stood us up like 8 or 9 times.
Okay, and that was, and I apologize for not being as pro and understanding, but like, so is that you're saying that's uncommon then? So like you were expecting
to be able to watch the UFC fights, bro. Like if you take someone down, unless I'm just literally holding you and like not trying to hit you at all, which is not what I was doing.
No,
like,
I saw with the rib. You were hitting him in the ribs. You were getting him in the face. You know what I mean?
Well, so I would have liked to posture up and landed more damage, but it's hard when you got a dude who has no intentions of like giving you any space. He was just holding me. You know what I mean? Like, so when you have that mindset in play, like, oh, the ref is gonna help me out, he's gonna stand me up. Like, you no longer put any effort into getting up on your own part. You know what I'm saying? So the dude was just holding me, like trying to tangle up my hands so I couldn't punch him.
So that way he could
So like
have the ref.
yeah, it takes two to tango, bro. So as someone like, if I'm taking you to the ground, like my whole game plan is for you to now try to stand up to your feet. So like you're gonna have to give me your back. You're gonna have to put yourself in a bad position for a few seconds to try to like, get up and get back to your feet. But when you got the ref just giving you free stand-ups and you're just like, all right, I'm just gonna lay here. He's pretty much just laying there holding me, like catching his breath,
Yeah,
fucking
resting.
relaxing. It's like, bro, fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
I
Nice.
mean, I don't know. But yeah, so 21,000 people roaring against me. Anytime I would take him down or like I was in a good position, they just start booing so that the ref would like start us back in a neutral position. And then
Wow. Now,
there was times where like he was holding me up against the fence, not doing shit, and they're like screaming, roar, like, "Oh, this is so great!" And then I take him down, they're like, "Oh, boo, gay!" And so it's like, bro, it's fucking ridiculous.
when you go into this fight, were you aware of your opponent's fighting style at all? Like, did you
I
have
knew
much?
he was a kickboxer, bro. He's got
Okay.
he's like eight and one as kickboxing. He was 5-0 in amateur MMA. So his combined record, the dude's 13-1. So I mean, I knew he was a really good striker, but I mean, I took him down very easily.
I was
So
gonna
I mean,
ask,
that was
did you feel he was
expected.
a good opponent for you in a sense? Like, was he a challenge? Were you threatened or worried at any point during that fight?
I mean, I could have like made it look a little bit prettier as far as like the kickboxing and shit, but just the game plan that I had going into it was like, bro, I'm gonna pressure him. And when I got there at the weigh-ins, we noticed the cage was like very small. It was like a very small cage.
Okay.
So if you watch the fight back, knowing what I'm saying now, but like my game plan was essentially just to like fucking batter his legs. I
Okay.
kept leg kicking the fuck out of him. Like his leg was all purple and red and shit after. Like his leg was fucked. And I was just leg kicking him and pushing him back to the cage. And as soon as I felt like his butt was like anywhere near the cage, boom, that's the free double leg. You know what I
You
mean?
were slamming him too a few times. You had a few takedowns where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I got like 6 or 7 takedowns, which is like a lot, bro. And it's like a lot of energy to fight that way. And
Damn.
then especially, you do all that work to take him down, it's like good to get a little bit of a break, make him work on the ground, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't really go like that with the refs.
The rest.
I gotta take him down and they stand us right back up, bro. And I go take him down again, and they stand us up. I gotta go take him down. So it was grueling, bro. It turned into like a really big like conditioning thing. So I'm really lucky that grateful that I put in all that work in the cardio
Right.
aspect of that fight.
Yeah, you look gassed. I know it. In the third round, there was a point where it seemed like I was watching. I was like, "Holy shit!" Like he's got the whole arena just on him, and then it was the fighter had you in a position where the crowd felt like he was in a control. Do you remember that point in the fight?
Yeah, so I take him down like 2 times already in the third round, but of course they kept standing us up, and then we get back to our feet one of the times, and so they have straight vinyl. They don't have fucking canvas. They don't have like any type of like any texture, so it's just like straight slick vinyl.
Wow, I saw you
So if
slip.
you watching that, yeah. So if you watching the third round, we get back to each other's feet, and then I had my hands up, and fucking if you watch my back foot, my left foot,
Yeah.
it just like whoo slips, like fully slips, and I fall out. So I'm like, oh, I'll go grab a single leg, and then we were stuck right there. It's just not really doing nothing. He was like trying to do little baby shots or whatever, and then just kind of holding me, riding out the time. And in my head, I'm like, all right,
Where's
the
your
ref is
call up,
obviously
right?
gonna stand. He's obviously gonna stand us up, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then so I'm there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh, this is unusual. Like he's fucking leaving me here for a little bit, and then it's been like a minute, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right.
Like you, bro. If you're gonna ref a certain way that maybe I don't agree with, like at least be consistent with the
Stay
way that you're doing
consistent.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because it's like I mean, bro, I'm in on a single leg, which is like, all right, like it's kind of like a neutral position. Like he's not necessarily winning, I'm not winning. Like but I wouldn't say like he's doing anything special. But the ref just wanted like the crowd enjoyed the image of me like being underneath him to a
Right.
degree where
Right.
like, oh, well, let's pretend like he's winning now. Like,
That's how
right?
I was like, oh
It's like, bro,
shit.
I just beat your ass for fucking 12 minutes. Now it's like I'm holding your leg for a minute, so you're winning. Like, nah, hell nah.
Was there any concern with especially when you reference how the ref was allowing for him to have a little bit of an unfair, advantage in the sense if he's not calling it the same going in because it was a decision you're from, America as being portrayed. Were you worried that there would be an unfair decision made?
I mean, there was an unfair decision. One of the judges gave the fight to him, which is like fucking insane, bro.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? You got to be like literally retarded to think that he somehow won those first 2 rounds. Like, the third round, I guess, is like up for grabs, I guess. But I mean, he didn't really do shit in the third round. Like I said, I took him down twice. He didn't even take me down with that little situation we were in. You know what I mean? He didn't get a good position. He didn't really do anything with it. But yeah, I mean, so after the fight, my coach walks up behind me and he was like, "Bro, that was a great fucking fight, but they're gonna rob you right now."
Damn.
And my amateur debut, actually, my first fight ever, I was kind of a similar situation. Obviously, not at that scale, but I was in this other guy's hometown. Like the whole crowd was for him. It was like 5 minutes from this guy's gym, and I beat the brakes off this dude, bro. And then I lost a split decision.
Wow.
So that was how my amateur debut went by. So I was like, oh fuck, this is feeling a little bit deja vu.
Right. But then
But
they
yeah,
called you,
the
bro.
ref was definitely on some bullshit, bro. But I'm really proud of myself because historically, like in my wrestling career and then in previous fights and shit, when I feel like the ref is like kind of like like not giving me a fair shake, and I feel like they're kind of like going against me, it usually distracts me, and like I'll start
Okay.
talking to the ref. I'd be like, bro, like what are you doing? Like I start getting distracted and like talking to the ref and shit. And just this fight, bro, I was so locked in, like I didn't even look at that motherfucker, bro. I
Good
didn't
for
give
you,
a
dog.
fuck.
Good
Like
for
he kept
you,
standing
man.
us up, bro, and I didn't even think in my head to like complain about it or bitch or I was just like, all right, whatever. I just got right back to pressuring him, kicking his legs, fucking
Yeah.
taking him down. Like, just like whatever, bro. You stand us up, but I'm gonna take him down again.
And then they raised your hand and you got that victory, man. Tell me what was like some of the first things you thought about?
Man, it was a big situation for me, bro, because like, I mean, I don't really speak about everything that goes on in my life, but like, I'm half Brazilian. My dad is from Brazil. The guy that owns that promotion, his name is Walid Ismail. He was actually one of my dad's training partners back in like the late 90s, early
Wow.
2000s for the Carlson Gracie team.
Wow.
So like it was a big moment for me, bro, like historically, like
Wow.
just everything going on, like fighting for that promotion. They started that promotion in 2004. My dad passed away in 2008, but those 4 years where they first started, it was on my radar as a kid, and like fighting for that promotion is like a lifelong dream of mine. Fighting in Brazil, and
That's fire, man. Like a
just
full circle moment for you.
yeah, exactly, bro. My cousin from Rio de Janeiro, he took a bus 12 hours to come out there and support me. He was in
Wow.
my corner with me, so.
That's fire, man. Congratulations,
It's really
bro.
emotional, bro. When I was back there in the back about to go out, bro, I was like tearing up a little bit. I'm like, all right, hold it together. You know what I'm saying? I was like, after the fight, bro, I'm for sure gonna cry. All this things,
You gonna
but
cry in the car.
I ended up being so tired, bro. I didn't give a fuck about nothing.
You
Like,
look exhausted, Ross. Watch.
there
I
was
was
no
like, damn, you couldn't even
sentimental
really like celebrate. You're like,
bro,
no,
I
like,
could
hold
not
on,
stand,
hold on.
dog. I could barely even stand. I told my corner, I was like, get the fuck over here so I could lean on you, dog. Like,
Damn. That's fire,
I
man.
left it all out there, bro.
Well, let's talk about a Brazilian celebration, man. You back home, you celebrated. You're a champ. Like, what was it like? Obviously, you just took down like the hometown kid out there. What did you end up going out and celebrating, or what was the celebration like for you out there?
Bro, we went to some fucking bar, had a few drinks, bro. It wasn't nothing too crazy, I mean, I don't like to go too hard because it's like, bro, I just took a bunch of brain damage. It's like I don't really want to go like fucking. Like a few drinks is cool, but it's like the people that go get like blacked out drunk after getting hit in the head. It's like, bro, I don't think that's a good combo.
What about cannabis out there? Did you find yourself lighting up anything because you were?
I didn't really see no weed. I didn't really try to bring any weed. So
Gotcha.
that
Yeah.
doesn't really fucking.
It wasn't an option, huh?
Nah, I
Man,
might have had a little fucking I might have snuck a little 710 Labs fucking all in one on my
there we
backpack.
go.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro? But
I feel that. I feel like anytime even I'm overseas, I'm like, I gotta figure out a way to get at least a fucking cart with me. God damn.
yeah, exactly. But a little maintenance.
Yes, exactly. Okay, man. So you're 1-0. You've got goals and set in front of you. What is the next opportunity that you would like to focus on? Is that in your radar already, or do you just bask in your glory right now and say, yeah, motherfuckers?
Well, like the next day, the promoters hit me up. He wants to get me back out there. So,
Oh shit.
I mean, yeah, I mean, fuck, I might need to narrow down the details a little bit better. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Part of me is like, do I try to like win the crowd over? Do I show up with an American flag and tell everyone to suck my dick next time? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's like, well, how do we play this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
how do we play this? So that is in my head.
Fire.
I'm kind of just thinking about, I don't know. It's like walking in there, like everyone wants you to lose. So it's like putting yourself in that position may not be the smartest thing always for your like, but I don't know. I think in that fight I could have got a finish. I think in the next fight I will be able to get a finish. So it doesn't
Woo!
matter. It doesn't matter what the crowd wants. It doesn't matter what the judge wants. You know, you go out there and beat the shit out of someone, get the finish, you win the
Right.
fight. You know?
Don't give them an option.
And like 21,000 people, bro, like where the fuck
Fire.
am I gonna get where am I gonna get like exposure, like an audience like that? So I
And
mean I
that's
might go back out there and fight again in Brazil, you know, do the
that's
same shit.
yeah. I mean, because if you're getting your pro stats up in that market, then it's like, why not build your record up in where they're offering you these fights? Is that typically, because I know that you have a goal to get into the UFC. Have you seen that process play out for other fighters in UFC where they've gone and they've got their fights out in other countries and then they're invited to UFC? Is that kind of, your path, or are you just out here just like at this point, how much is your goals changed after your first fight win?
Yeah, I mean the goal's the same. I think within 18 months I'll be like getting the call from the UFC.
Woo!
So I think within 18 months I'll be like in some sort of communication to like maybe do the contender series or something like that. And I think within like 24 months I'll be in the UFC, like taking my first fight.
Fire, my dude. I love to hear this energy and the goals that you have out there. And yeah, man, we'll definitely be keeping up with it, and I like to see it.
Yeah, that promotion, Jungle Fights, Alex Pereira had one of his first MMA fights there. He actually lost, but he came back, fought for them again. He went to the UFC somewhat through Jungle Fights. Paulo Costa
Okay.
came from Jungle Fights.
Okay. How many fights did you see them have to go through before they got the call?
I'm not sure about them exactly, but there seems to be a formula right now. It's like between 5 and 8 fights. They want you to have like essentially 5 wins with 3 finishes is like around the minimum for you to get that contender series call.
And then do you think it helps if, like how you mentioned, where you're deciding on what kind of how route you want to go with there? You're going to be like, oh, like I'm going to wave that flag, or I'm going to go in there and try to win the crowd over. Do you think having a sense of like a personality with your fighting is also important when you're trying to get to the UFC?
Yeah, like I mean, I had this fight in Portland, not my last, like 3 fights ago. I had this fight in Portland, and Portland wasn't really like my type of vibe, like the city and the people and shit. So like I went full, like I beat this dude's ass. The guy was the hometown Portland. I got on the mic. I was like, yo, California, this bitch, like fuck Portland and stuff. Everyone was crazy. It
Hell
was
yeah.
madness. Fucking Chael Sonnen texted me the next morning because he's a big like historically like one of the better like shit talking guys in the UFC, and that was like one of his big things. And he had like some sort of like ownership in that promotion up in Oregon because he's from Oregon. But he was messaging me the next morning like, "Did you just beat his ass and say fuck Portland? Like that's so awesome."
Yeah,
like,
right.
I've been getting so many calls about this, like, so that was cool, bro. Like,
Yeah,
but
man,
when
make
I
some
went to
noise.
Brazil, like, just being Brazilian, like I went a bunch of times as a child. Like I have so much respect for Brazil. I didn't really go there to be on that type of time. Like oh fuck Brazil, I'm the American guy. You know what I mean? They kind of just advertise it that way, and then even Brazil, like my family's from Rio de Janeiro, which is like a totally different part of Brazil than where we were at, you know? So like
Okay.
that guy was not only in his home country, but literally in his home city.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's like there's no way that I was gonna come in and be like, oh, some half Brazilian guy with family in Rio and like get any sort of crowd on my side anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I do need to just lean into the fucking. I don't know, bro. It's just like I'm Brazilian, bro. So I have a lot of respect for like the country, the people, like every the
Yeah.
culture. Like I love Brazil, bro. Like I see
Yeah.
myself living there, when I'm not so much like hustle and
Yeah.
bustle right now,
You might want to win them over then, because you go in there and start saying fuck Brazil and shit, like they gonna probably be like, hey, ain't gonna retire over
Yeah,
here, my guy.
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta like, and even how it played out, like like I won. I obviously won the fight, and then I mean I won on the scorecards, but like fuck, it was so close. Like if I went out there like American flag, fuck Brazil. I don't know if that would if I would have got two judges on my side. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I don't know. So if I go that route, I need to like get a finish. It needs to be
Yeah.
the right opponent. So
I
I don't
love it.
know.
I love it, man. Do you
It's one
have
of
like,
those things, though.
have you, is it, I know this might be lame or whatever, but I'm gonna ask the question that came up in my mind. And it's like, do you have like a fucking like a name and stuff, and like, or a fucking like, a nickname that like, fucking that people,
Bro,
are they
Up the Hill is my nickname, dogger. That's my way to like fucking rep my shit, you know?
fire though? So I don't know if is there
Yeah,
any
so when I'm
other,
in the UFC, they're gonna be like Bryce Up the Hill de Camargo. You know what I'm saying?
let's
What fucking
go.
better
That's
where
tight.
you gonna get better promo than that, you know?
Exactly. Have we seen? I think you'd be the first cannabis breeder grower in the fucking circuit, right?
Yeah, I mean these two worlds don't necessarily intertwine, you know what I'm saying? I
Dude,
think I'm the first
show them that
person
we can,
doing what I'm
baby.
doing.
Yeah. Let's go. My
Yeah,
man,
bro.
appreciate you popping in on here and chopping it up with us. What an experience! And it sounds like a fucking experience too, with the way that you've told us about it. And what was like when you landed? Let's talk about your cannabis reacquaintance. What was some of the first cannabis that you had to smoke when you got home?
The first time I was smoking was the Zith, bro. I was like, yo,
Oh,
Zith
he's like, what
the
about
first time
this,
they got
baby?
shown.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Love
I
it.
did put out a fucking I put out the bat signal. I do want to see some flavors this
Yeah.
next week or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, first thing I had to smoke when I came home was the Zith for sure.
That's fucking love, dude. I think you're gonna see a lot of people come up during the High Rollers event and really just be like wanting to talk about that journey and stuff like that. Do you pop out to a lot of events and whatnot? Like, do you find yourself going to events and doing pop outs, or will this High Rollers be one of like the first in a while?
Yeah, it'd honestly be one of the first in a while. I've honestly cut my schedule down to like one or two events a year, honestly. Like
Damn.
when I was first popping out with the brand, I was on like every event, like every opportunity, like doing what you got to do. But it just gets to a point where with the fighting and like the flower and like I got my office running and all the QC and shit. Like I gotta dial in what I'm doing. I don't have time to like go take a week out of my time to just go to any and every event. So
Yeah.
like the Olympics, I'll be at that once a year for sure.
Fire.
Like your guys' event is a new thing, but I'll be there. So
Fire.
like one, two, maybe three max. Like I try not to do too much events. I mean, I'll be straight up and honest, bro. A lot of these events are like the event coordinators market is you as the brand, as the person with the table, paying them the money. You know what I'm saying? Like
I did that. I've
they
always thought it was
don't
weird.
necessarily, they might not be fully tapped into the people spending money. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of these, I don't know, you see fucking 50 brands on a flyer. Yeah, I'm already in my head. I'm like, oh, this can be a shit show.
Yeah.
Like, it just, a lot of these events are just very much like get the money from the vendors and then fucking act like you're doing your hardest to bring, but no one makes money. And it's just one of these fucking, I don't know.
No real
It's a fucking,
experience. Yeah, I think
it's a
that's
scam scheme to some degree if you go to the wrong event,
yeah.
but at the same time, we do need to keep the culture alive and bring everyone together. And these events are cool. I've had good experience at events. I've met
Yeah.
good people at events. So I'm not shitting on events in whole, but
No, you're just saying it needs to be there needs to be better events that are built more so off I would sounds like experience, more so the experience of the event, not just the fact that you're pulling up to basically a flea market.
yeah, exactly, bro. Like I put so much work in, built my brand to where it's at. Like it's not even a good look for me to be at the flea market event. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like, oh, up the hills here. Like, why is he here?
Yeah.
Like,
Feel it.
you know what I'm saying? So
I do.
it's a funny thing I gotta fucking manage.
Yeah. No, it's tight, man. It's good for you out here. I think
Like, but I will say, bro, I want to reiterate, like, if you're building your brand and you're not where you want to be, fucking take every opportunity you can, bro. Like, even if you go to these fucking events, like sometimes there's events where I lose a little money or I break even, but then you meet a customer and you make money in the long run. So it's like, bro, you're investing in yourself. It's not necessarily like, do I go to this event to fucking leave with a profit from this event? You got to think bigger picture and
yeah.
like a big part of like your brand is just like people knowing of your brand, like they
Yep.
see it on a menu, like, oh, I seen that brand at an event. Like there's like these old marketing rules, like you see a logo 3 times, like you're gonna remember it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you just gotta follow these like the ancient rules of business, like if being known and people seeing your shit around, like so I'm not saying don't do events, bro. Don't try to be Mr. fucking cool guy and be like, oh, up the hill said do 2 events a year and then your brand doesn't grow like you want it to.
Well, I think that there's different levels to it too, right? I think it just depends on where they're at. You know what I mean? Like you are someone who's out here fighting overseas, you know what I mean? Like so like you're going to be able to market yourself in an ability that, 99.9% of the cannabis community can't do. But well, I guess we can say we saw Preferred Gardens sponsor a fight of some sort recently. So you saw some
Yeah, that was
events.
over at A1 Combat. I was actually over there. My buddy
Nice.
was the main event. My buddy Nick Maximov. We trained together quite a bit. He was actually the main event. He got fucking poked in the eye. It was ridiculous. But
Damn.
yeah, so that fight got canceled. They're gonna run it back.
Okay. Nice. Running it back.
Yeah,
Nice, man.
yeah, but
Okay.
I really do appreciate the support and the enthusiasm from everybody. Like with the fighting shit, like it's been huge, bro. Like even my personal Instagram, bro. Like people I've known since I was fucking 5 years old. I post fight shit. Like I'll get messages, bro. Like people show me love, but then like with the weed shit, bro, I'll post some shit on there of like, brrrr, like a fuck, you know what I mean? It'll take me fucking hours just to get back to everybody, bro.
That's
So
cool.
like it
Yeah.
means a lot to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I might not have time to sit there and fucking send a paragraph to every person, like really convey my thoughts and my appreciation, but like I do really appreciate it and like it means a lot to me, bro. Like with these random motherfuckers that you never met, bro, will support you as much as like certain people that like you've known for a long time, so
It sometimes is a
it's a
trip.
trippy situation.
Yeah. It can be a trip. Nice. So that's
Yeah,
cool
and
that
I
we get
mean
that shout out.
it's like it is harder for me to like do the fighting shit and fully dedicate myself and then like I said be at these events or like do every little thing, you know what I'm saying? So like the support that people give me and like the enthusiasm, it does the kind of like help balance that out, you know what I'm saying? So
Tight.
like it's like, the fighting shit isn't necessarily the same as the weed shit, but like I'll get like credit in the weed game for my fighting shit, which is cool, bro. So I'm able to
Yeah.
like put work into this aspect and then still get the support and like,
And then we
keep my
feed off
brand
it.
building, keep my name going, and they feed off each other. So it does help a lot, bro. If I was like doing all this work with the fighting shit and then weed people are like, oh, why are you doing that? Just focus on the weed. And it was almost like, like going against my brand, that would make it really hard for me, bro, to like manage my time and like manage what all I'm doing. But luckily they feed off each other and people show me a lot of love and support for both aspects. So it's like it's a cool thing that's going on.
I think what you're going to need to consider is, when you could drop some promo and shit like that. You show someone and then like you fucking you get them on a fucking punch out or whatever, and then you get up and say Zith, smoke Zith. You know what I'm saying? Like go for it, dog.
Hell yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, I gotta get some MMA shit going with like my branding and shit. I think it's about time, I think.
Yeah.
And like with the Wii game, bro, we're a bunch of like scrappy fucking like shithead kids from school, and like I don't know, the Week Game's like a very particular fucking bunch of people, bro. So we're almost like rowdy and like untamed in the same way that a lot of MMA fans and fighters are, you know. So
No, I
it is
agree.
kind of cool, bro.
I agree. We've seen our crowd get a little wild. We've seen swinging of megaphones, and we've seen a lot of rowdiness in our crowd. So it makes
It's the
sense.
same
So,
shit. It's like, bro, a lot of people get into weed because they're like, bro, a job ain't for me. Like clocking in, like that ain't for me. Like it's just not who I am. Like we don't necessarily align with like typical normal society.
you're
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
You're
Like,
right.
and MMA fighters are very much the same way.
Word, man. We're right now talking to Bryce up the motherfucking hill, giving us a firsthand experience of what it was like. We went overseas, did his pro debut out there, got the victory, 1-0 now. 1-0.
Yes, sir.
Are you
They
dropping
tried to
that in
cook
the
me.
in the bio on the Instagram, bro? 1-0. Watch out.
Shit, nah. I mean, not on
I feel you, my
not
man.
Instagram.
What's like in a sense? How many fights do you think you'll do a year?
So I'm only 19 months into my MMA career. I've had 12 fights.
Whew.
So my first fight was in August of 2024. My first amateur fight. I fought 14 or I fought 10 times in 14 months. Like 10, 11 times in
Damn.
my amateur career. So yeah, I mean I like to keep that activity going. I like to fight
Damn.
again at the end of April or first week of May. That's
Fire,
what I
dude.
would like to do. So I'd like to get 3 or 4 before the year's over.
My man. My man, I know you're busy. I know you want to recover. What is recovery time for you? Like after a fight, how long till you feel you're back to 100%? I guess it
It
depends on
just
the fight,
depends on
right?
the fight, bro. It depends. Like this fight specifically, I was throwing a lot of leg kicks, bro. So like my legs are a little bit beat up, and it does take a week or two for your legs to kind of like the swelling to go down and shit, so you could start kicking people again. But typically my schedule is I'll go on a fight and then I'll take like a full 7, 8 days, like a week. I'll go back up to NorCal with my family and just hang out at my ranch, bro, and go fucking fishing and just chill.
Fire, man. Dude, I appreciate you
Yeah.
joining the show, man, and give us that opportunity to hear from you. And anytime, man, I want to hear about it. We want to talk about it. And then we also still got to chop it up about cannabis. We got big things coming up here with brackets and whatnot. So cool things coming. Anything that you want to share before we get out of here?
Shit, my phone's at 1%, dog. Hopefully it didn't die. I didn't catch that until just now, but fucking, what do I want to share, bro? Shit, I got some flavors coming in like 2 weeks, bro. I know people been waiting. I've been shoving the zith down everyone's throat while it's still hot, but fucking, I got some flavors coming.
Okay. Fuck yeah. Flavors coming soon. Fights coming
Yeah.
soon. We're talking to Bryce up the hill, my guy at 1%. Go charge your phone, my dude.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, dog.
My man right there. Appreciate him popping in, man. I feel dope being able to have that type of guest where, pop in and share with us what he's out there doing. And so shout out to Bryce out there up the hill. Smoke some zith. If you're
Hell
looking
yeah,
to really,
smoke zith.
yeah, smoke some zith if you want to have that pressure and feel like you've got that energy to really grapple someone the fuck down. My guy, appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right, so marijuana to you guys. It's a Wednesday here. We big chillin'. What'd you think? I failed the chat, didn't I? I failed the chat. Did I get the questions right? My bad. Damn, American cheddar cheeks. Feeling some type of way. Feeling some type of way. You don't like the zith, brother? That zith is smoking. He said halfway decent. Anytime someone says that about something that I know is smoking, I'm just like, let me taste yours, right? Let me see what you got, right? Because then you must have something that's out this motherfucking world too. So that's great. I think that's a great thing for a consumer. Like, let's find out. Shout out to you. Blinky, anxiety's biggest killer of cardio. Debut in a different country as well as being the B-side is a whole lot to deal with. And that's where I agree. Like, man, the mental strength to have the entire arena up against you. I wonder though, might have that some of that been, like he said, he went into a place that, all right, SB4 right here. We're going to close out today's episode with doing this side by side. You know what I realized, though, is I need to have you rap like a little, shout out to my dude Smoke Dog being in here, Dog Bones. He's going to wrap up, make a little bit of a difference on one of the blunts for us right there. Tomorrow, another side-by-side, though. I do want to give a shout-out to Surreal Selections, who's going to be joining with us tomorrow to talk about, I would say, a lot about organics. I'd say we're going to be discussing a lot about organics, but I do want to, talk to him about what he's got going on, his history out here. He's joined out there in brackets and competed, and so we'll talk to him about what has the proper doink effect been for him. How does he feel about how organics are viewed as a whole in what seems to be the industry of cannabis, right? I mean, even if I look at who's doing organics in Arizona, there's 2 companies that we can discuss. Shout out to Abundant Organics, and then there's Verdant. I don't know of many or if any others are doing living soil or organics like that. I think that there's a company out in Arizona called Arise, thank you. And they're doing aeroponics. So that's interesting out there. All right, marijuana. SirHIGH, how you doing? I can't hear anything right now, but hope you're doing well. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate you. Yeah, life is good. Life is good right now. We're going to do this side by side. We got some reefers. We're probably even going to be updating this camera. Now that we got this camera, I want to update it so that way there's no fuzziness when I go and show you the reefer. I want to get a better camera right now. I'm just using this fucking webcam. We're gonna get rid of the webcam. We're gonna get an official camera in here. But for now, this is the SB4. Come on, baby. Give me something. Give me something. Well, I started talking shit about it and it said, well, then fuck you. There we go. SB4. This is one blunt. What are you guys smoking out there? Who's rolling with me? Who's smoking with me? Tell me about it. Did you grow it? Did you go swoop it? I like all the information. Any information you can get out of me. Shout out to the growers out there too. What are you growing? What are you growing? Now this is the lemon Wi-Fi. And shout out to Joel's Cannabis. This is the grower of this. Joel's Cannabis out there. Did a drop with them on Smackers. Okay. This is the lemon Wi-Fi. Which one would you go off of Look? Which one are you grabbing off of Look? Oh, Droopy out here who has awareness says Arise tables are more similar to an NFT flood in drain than actual pressure aeroponics. Okay. All right, I'm going to hand my guy over here the SB4 and have him light that up. Or it's over there. I'm going to light up this lemon Wi-Fi. Before you light that, though, let's make sure that we get our theme music. People were really liking the theme music, so I was as well. So let's keep it moving. And let's go.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
And you can right here.
Sometimes you
sing it.
Where everybody knows
what's up, the dead throbbing for Roz and Bryce rolls.
And they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same.
Where we at?
You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Shout out to Monkey Nut in this motherfucker. Shout out.
Knows your name.
All right, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it, the Morning Wood. second side by side, and the lemon Wi-Fi is the one with the. Right there, Blicky said, how the fuck did he go from nugs on the table to fully roll blunts? I've got my guy Smoke Dog in the building now, who rolls a phenomenal blunt, as you can see. He has a company out here called Dog Bones. If you're out there and you need professionally rolled blunts, reach out to my dude and get you some. All right, let's talk about, though. I'm just going to be smoking these and figuring this out right now. But what are you guys out there smoking on again? Let me know. Didn't catch anybody out here really letting me know anything. What's going down? What's going down? All right, I really got to pay attention real quick. This one's very smooth. Either one of them are really standing out on like a heavy punch. I'm gonna pass these to my dude Smoke Dog while I marinate, get a little stone off these guys. Smoke. Ooh. No, I handed it to him at the beginning of the show. I wish. And I might be able to hand him to him before the show even starts. We're going to try to figure out how to like steamroll the fucking process and stuff like that. But, you know, second time doing these side-by-sides over here, just kicking it. And my side-by-side is going to be a little bit different. You know, basically, when I get him next, by that round, I'm going to decide on which one I'm going to, you know, roll with for the rest of the episode. So marijuana to that. How he go from no more side-by-sides yesterday? No. I just didn't really have a side-by-side yesterday to do. I want to do side-by-sides as much as possible, to be honest with you. If I could do a side-by-side every episode, I would. But, you know, the way, you know, life works sometimes. Woo! Throbbing for Rosin said he's dabbing some G Fizz. Okay, how's that tasting? Bunch of Bull Oceanside right now from 513 Grows. How's that tasting? What strains you side-by-siding right now? So I got Joel's Cannabis, who is out here in Arizona. I did a collaboration drop with him on some Joel's Marker, some Airheads, and some Super Sherb. And so these are the next ones that he's out here growing and seeing if any will, you know, I'll fuck with the palate. Phenomenal cannabis, but I am very specific on what I want to put out there. I got to make sure that I feel like it hits my palate and smacks. You know, some people feel like that's me leaving money on the table. I just want to make sure that anytime that you purchase something that I feel that is fucking phenomenal. And that means that I'm not ever going to put out a sativa. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's wrong that too. That's funny. Nice. All right. I'm going to do one more round. I think I know where I'm leaning. I think I'm leaning on the SP4. It's a little bit smoother. Blazing said, now that I started doing side-by-sides, nothing else compares. You really can't. You really, and we were talking about it yesterday where with Gino from Gotti. And it's kind of cool to see the proper doink effect on brands, right? Because now if you think about it out there, it's like, damn, a lot of our most passionate brands out there are doing side by side in their QC. Wow. Man, that's a pretty cool thing to shake a market up, to have an influence on fucking cannabis. Damn, that's fucking cool. Man, that's wild too. I was really expecting, I love Wi-Fi, so I was really expecting this motherfucker to be it. But then that wasn't the case here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish smoking this SB4. That one is getting relit, no doubt, but the one that we are puffing, the one that made it, is this SB4. Out of the two, I still personally wouldn't drop it into smackers. It's not hitting my palate like I like it to. It doesn't like, you know, punch. And but love marijuana, love the process of going through phenos. Going through different you know, strains and whatnot. Let's get it. Oh, that shirt is fire. Blazing out there, that really is dope how they're changing cannabis for us consumers, right? And I think that I can speak for Arizona, where I recognize that the license owners can really, you know, shape the market. In Arizona, in Arizona, it's a vertical market, where that means a licensed owner has control of cultivation and retail, the whole nine. Where in other markets that it's open, you can go get a retail license, and you can go get cultivation, you can go get pieces of it. And when we have it where it's a vertical, it's like, damn, man, like, unless we have someone out there really trying to bring attention to, like, the passionate, to the ones out there that are trying to secure the most quality cannabis, it really does get kind of shifted under the rug. And I think where I really appreciate the proper doink effect is it highlights all of us out there that do really care. Because the argument is we are the very small minority of consumers of cannabis. We are the fucking 2%ers, right? The 1%ers. We don't mean shit to a lot of commercial brands out there. They don't want to hear us because we're also the loudest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not only are we the 1%, but we are the loudest motherfuckers in the room. And so it's like, it's cool that First Smoke of the Day obviously doing a big job of this. Proper Doink's doing it and bringing all this attention. And we hope to do it here on PSN. Let's bring the most attention to the most passionate cannabis brands out there. So, marijuana. Let's get into some of these comments before I get out of here. Right there, Big Mike says, I want to try Blue Zushi from Tenko. He's never had it, right? Why? Where are you at in the States? Or are you overseas? Like, have you know, people out there that are interested, like yourself, with this Blue Zushi, do you look at vacations in a sense of like, because when I was growing up, I would say Amsterdam was a big spot I wanted to visit because you could legally smoke weed and you can, like, you know, do these things. But now with California, and in my opinion, the mecca of cannabis right here in our country, right? Do you find yourself, Big Mike, saying like, I'm going to take myself a trip down to fucking LA and just fucking load up on all these flavors? You know, how many of you out there have considered that as a vacation if you're watching across the nation and you don't have access to these elite cuts? Or you're like, God damn it, Green Door, please keep building your Mendo. I saw OGCM is going to make their way out to Arizona. I thought that was cool. Shout out to OGCM. Shout out to the promoter bringing that out. Yo, yeah, anybody ever come out to Arizona, make sure that you reach out to me, and, you know, we'll make sure that you are correct and that it is a vibe out here when you land. Show you the High Lounge, come kick it. It's a sports bar for stoners, I like to say it, but people do associate bars with alcohol. I'm starting to realize I need to kind of kick that term. It's a Chief Easy, baby. It's a spot you can go smoke some weed with your fellow weed smokers. The High Lounge, let's get it. And since I'm plugging sponsors, shout out to HGV being a sponsor of the Morning Wood. New sponsor, shout out to you guys. They have made it. When I was checking them out, doing my research and whatnot, they've made it where they've simplified and reduced how much of a process it is. Now they've got 3 steps, made it easy for you guys. I think I'm going to grow myself using HGV. I have a couple tents in my closet that are just chilling right now. I think I'm going to grab some HGV and I'm going to grow some marijuana with them. Let's go. Because I feel like you guys might have a little bit more respect if you saw that I can get a plant to a point where I should be a goddamn hash maker. Not maker maybe, but I should be growing and then freezing my plants. Cause man, I can get it to a point where these motherfuckers is looking nice. Nice. But then it comes to that dry and cure, man, and I swear to God, that's where I fucking just fail on that shit, man. Damn! And I've always said, I think that's why we have a lot more hash out there than we are, you know, probably would see if dry and cure was easier. I think a lot of people out there know how to get it to a certain point, and then they're like, fuck it, I'm not wasting all this time. I'm going to freeze it and make it hash, baby. Let's go. A lot less risk. What do you guys think about that take? Hot take? If drying and curing, let's say this. I don't know. Marijuana to you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you. He said, Blazing said, yo, bro, I'll come put there. Trim, cut, harvest, dry, cure, all for you in a day. Not a problem. I got you. My man. Yeah, because my tent's real small. It's like, it'll be like 2 plants. I'm gonna do 2 plants in there. I even consider doing 1 because it's just 2x3 and then you scrog, right? But I'm, yeah, kind of a rookie, right? Kind of legitimately. You gotta learn till you try. No, I know, I get it. I feel like I got a good method right now on my dry and cure. I actually think that and it's almost like, damn, bro, you haven't done it now in almost over a year. So like, are you gonna forget? So yeah, so I think I'm gonna get some HGV and then I'm gonna go get some fucking plants and we're gonna grow some marijuana. All right, we're gonna grow some marijuana in the morning wood. Let's get it. All right, you know how I like to end it. Marijuana, you are the MVP, right? You are the MVP. I tell this all the time. This is your shit. This is your shit. But throw some eggs in the chat if you fuck with me. Let's go! Nice, monkey. All right, marijuana, I'm going to try to grow some of you. I'm gonna try. I know. I've not always been the best, but like you can't really get anywhere better than if you don't jump out there and try. And maybe HGV is that truth. Lead me the way. I'm out.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
That's science.